So today is the Sabbath day, or Shabbat as we call it, and I figured I would do a lesson. And I'm going to title this Torah Truth versus Foolish Feelings. So, we all have situations that cause us to harden our hearts and to do what we feel in our hearts and not what we know from the Word of the Most High. Now, why is this a problem? Because Yah says specifically in Proverbs 28 verse 26 that only fools trust in their own heart, and that our hearts are wicked and deceitful. That comes from Jeremiah 17 verse 9. Now, so are the feelings in our heart evil or wicked or bad? No. We all have feelings, and it's a part of life. It's just how Yah created us. He created us in His image, and we know from Scripture that Yah Himself feels anger, jealousy, hatred, joy, grief, love, and compassion. We, as human beings, we need feelings, and sometimes Yah speaks through them. Feelings can be an indicator of where your heart is. Feelings of fear, anxiety, depression, anger, jealousy, envy, and other negative feelings are an indicator of lack of study in the Word for these areas. A good man out of the good treasure of his heart brings forth good, and an evil man out of the evil treasure of his heart brings forth evil. For out of the abundance of the heart, his mouth speaks. And that comes from Luke chapter 6, verse 45. So if you say something harsh or mean to someone that you love, or anybody for that matter, then wonder, why did I say that? It's because it was in your heart in the first place. In Psalm chapter 51, verse 10, King David said, "Create in me a pure heart, O Yah, and renew a right spirit within me." Now, how does he do this? Through his word. His word is a lamp unto our feet and a light unto our path. And that's from Psalm chapter 119, verse 105. The word will trump our feelings every time. We cannot escape or get around this fact. Therefore, he tells us to study and to meditate on his word and let it absorb into our spirit, into our soul, into our mind, and then it will become us, and we will become it, more like the word, more like who he wants us to be in his image. So therefore, when the negative feelings come, we can reply to these feelings, or the devil, or whoever, or to the flesh, and reply with the word. So, just a few verses to back up this statement. Your word I have hidden in my heart, that I might not sin against you. That comes from Psalm 119, verse 11. I delight to do your will, O Yah, and your law is within my heart. That's Psalm verse 40, Psalm chapter 40, verse 8. The statutes of the Lord are right, rejoicing the heart. The commandment of the Lord is pure, enlightening the eyes. Psalm 19, verse 8. Hope to Yah, strengthen yourself, and he will give you courage. Hope to Yah. And that's Psalm 27, verse 14. O Yah, you have desired the desire of the humble. You will prepare their heart. You will cause your ear to hear. Psalm 10, verse 17. Now, you might decide to ignore this truth or to harden your heart. But I ask you, what good will that do? Job 9:4 states, Yah is wise in heart and mighty in strength. Who has hardened himself against him and remained whole? So I ask you the same question. Who has ever hardened himself and remained whole? Shalom.